Here we are in an example Google Sheets document, and we're going to go over a couple of simple formulas. So if we go up to the menu here and choose Insert and go down to Function, gives us a list of functions or formulas that we can input automatically. There's a whole lot of them, but we're just going to start with some very straightforward ones like average and count. So uh, let's start off with average. So when we choose that, it sort of starts to create the formula for us, and it tells us what we need to add next to determine what we're taking the average of. So you can either type in the cell or you can click on it like I just did, and you can see that it puts the cell inside the function or formula. And then I'm going to hold shift so that it knows I want everything in between the first cell I selected and the next one I'm about to select. So it's going to take this entire third row when I hold shift and select that cell. So now that's all I need to do if this is what I want an average for. So I can click outside of that cell or hit enter, and then it gives me the average amount. In the next column, I'm going to do a count. So go back up to insert, go down to function, and go to count. And then I'm going to do the same range. So I'm going to select B3, hold shift and select N3, and then hit enter. So now if you see this pop up here, it is suggesting autofill. That is a way to apply the same formula to different cells. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to accept the autofill. There's multiple ways to do that. Um, so uh, I'll show you quickly how we can do that with the average too. If we go to the bottom right of the cell with our cursor, the cursor changes to a little plus sign. So if we click and drag that down, you'll see the black dotted lines. That represents how far we're going with the formula or the autofill. And if I let go, then it applies the same function to all of the other rows. So instead of having to do that over and over again, if I know that this is the layout of my spreadsheet and I want the average or the count for each and every one of these rows instead of just the one I did it for, we can autofill down to have that automatically put in for the rest of the rows.